Setting and being lazy now. The last time it overheated is what happened to it. Um, I think the Wi-Fi was connecting and disconnecting. It's got a real good signal here on the porch. It's got full bars here. Looks like 2, 3, or 4. It's got full Wi-Fi strength here. But I hate that because I'd like to show the wood yard, but it's over that way. It's just too far away. But here on the porch, it connects very well. But anyways, what I've been making a video today anyways, because I went this morning, I found a place online that has pallets. It's a factory in Powell County. And so I went over there this morning, and it ended up being better than I thought it would actually. I didn't know how that would go. So I just took my truck because I had something else to do anyways when I was out. I didn't bother bringing my trailer. I wanted to see if it was worth bringing my trailer too, and it was. So there was 2 buildings there, and I come to find out this place, one of the forklift drivers stopped and talked to me. And they make beds for dump trucks. They had all kinds of big dump trucks out there, Mack trucks. And that'll be in the next video. I'll be making that video probably today. Those videos take hours to make. If you do YouTube videos, you know how long it takes to edit them. So a lot of times I'll edit mine. You notice I put my videos on late at night because Albert Outdoors, how's it going, Albert? Good to hear from you, Albert. Because a lot of times I'll edit them at nighttime. That's why you see them come on at nighttime. Because I wait till the kids are sleeping and then I'll edit the videos. Good to see you, Albert. I hope your house is going good. Your house. Albert got a house. He lives in Ukraine, Albert does. Lives in Ukraine. And he got a house and he's been remodeling it. So I look forward to seeing that, Albert, how that goes, the outcome to that. That to me is exciting. I'm wanting to do that myself. Me and my wife, you find property somewhere, sometimes here in Kentucky for $10,000 for land and a place. And it's already got electric and septic and everything. And you can remodel them, and that's what I'd like to do. Not just for maybe us, one day, but also to rent some places out in the future, have some passive income. Because I'm not planning to depend on retirement. Thank you for your prayers for Ukraine. Thank you for your help and support. You're very welcome, Albert. It's my pleasure. I've had many people help me as well, so it's more blessed to give than to receive, so I'm happy to. I'm glad to hear that it helps. And glad to see you've had plenty of work lately, Albert. You've been working a lot. I'm glad to see that. We're trying to pile firewood up right now and doing other stuff as well. I've got landscaping to do tomorrow. I've got a bunch of trees. It's a hill that I got eat up on by yellow jackets one time. Got in a yellow jacket nest. I didn't realize those can have 1,000 or thousands of yellow jackets in them. I thought the weed eater was burning my arm. And I looked down, I felt something on my arm. I thought it was the weed eater. I looked down and I was covered in yellow jackets, probably 30 of them, yellow jackets on me. And finally I just started smashing them like this. I just started smashing them because they wouldn't come off. And thank goodness I'm not allergic to them. But that's the hill I'm going to tomorrow, and I've got probably 200 little trees to cut down. They're probably about that big around. Probably 200 of them to cut down. And he's wanting me to pile them and burn them. And then he's got a pine tree and an apple tree down. And I don't know if he's wanting to keep those or if he's wanting to get rid of them. But I do know one thing. That man, you got to watch how you charge with him. Because he wants, like he was talking to me today, and he said, so are you going to do it by the hour? And I don't work by the hour. Because if you work faster, then you don't make much money for that. So I told him, I said, no, I'll do it by the job. I'll look at the job and see what I think it's worth, and I'll give you a price after that. So that's how I do it myself. But he's 92 years old, and a lot of people that's old-fashioned like that, they kind of still have old-fashioned prices that they want to pay you. I probably won't stay on here too long. I wanted to explain what was going on, though. The phone overheated the last time. That's why it shut off. I would like to understand you well, but unfortunately I use a translator. It's okay, Albert. I understand. You do a very good job, Albert. Because a lot of the times you understand my comments a lot better than I would. So I appreciate that, Albert, very much. Albert acknowledges God a lot as well. Him and his family, they sing songs for God and stuff like that. So I really like. He lives in Ukraine. We've been talking now since I started my YouTube channel, Albert. I think he's younger than me. Albert, if you can understand this, I'm not sure if you can understand this part from the translator, but how old are you, Albert, again? I'm 33. I think you're 25, maybe, 26. Chad Rankin. The way you work, Dylan, you're better off to charge by the job. Yeah, that's how I do. speaking of that, that same guy, he hired these three men, and I'm not saying this in brag way, but this is why I charge by the job. Um, he hired these three men to weed eat the roadside, and it's probably about a half a mile, well, probably a quarter of a mile of weed eating, but it's a good ditch line, and it's probably, I'd say, a good 6 feet wide. He said it took those men all day, all three of them, to do that. And I went out there and I think did it in 2.5 hours. So if you were doing by the hour, say $10 an hour, you wouldn't make very much at all for by the time you got that done. I am already 28 years old. 28 years old. I knew you were young, Albert. 28. So I'm 33 now. I'll be 34 in February. Time goes by quick. People always told me that. Time, you better enjoy it while it lasts or something like that. Time goes by quick. You're going to look back before you know it. And I always just kind of scoffed at it when you're younger. And then when you kind of get in a routine, 10 years goes by and you think, man, where'd the time go? It really does fly by. 28 is very young, Albert. I'm still young, 33, but 28's even younger. And he's a hard worker, Albert is. He lives in Ukraine. Young man. And I love that him and his family, they sing about God and stuff like that. It's really good to see that. But yeah, earlier when I was over there, I really wanted to show the wood yard, so I just kind of went out on a whim and just tried it to see if it would work, and it just didn't, as you all seen, it didn't connect very good over there in the wood yard. I was really wanting to show you that. And it ain't that far away. I'm looking at it right now. It's not that far over there, really. So I wish I could show it to you. But it's time for me to marry. You're getting married. Yeah, I remember you said that, Albert. Ha ha, said Chad Rankin. Good to hear from you, Chad. It's always good to hear from you. All of y'all, it's good to hear from you. Curtis, I met Curtis. Curtis was one of the first people I met at the stave mill. He's a real good guy. He's recommended a lot of people to me, Curtis has. Or recommended me to a lot of people for firewood. Just the other day he did, actually. So very nice of Curtis. That helped me a lot this past winter. Yeah, marriage is a really good thing. I remember I was so nervous when I asked my wife to marry me. I messed up kind of the way I said it. But we were in this park in Ohio, and I was kind of waiting for everything to clear out. And then she finally said, Dylan, I'm ready to leave here. She didn't know what was going on, but she said, I'm tired of sitting here. And I said, hold on, just hold on. And she didn't know what was going on. And finally I said, well, will ya? I was so nervous, I said, will ya? Instead of saying, will you marry me? Wait till you get in your 40s. They are here today and gone tomorrow, and it's like a period of time. It's gone. Yeah, it goes by quick. I know it does. It's just a vapor, this life. Cherish the moments that we got. Taryn Rogers, my little brother. Keep it up. I love and miss you all. Love you too, Taryn. It's good to hear from you. That's my little brother right there, Taryn. I got one brother, and he's a year and 2 months younger than me, and that's him. I did not expect him to be on here. That's neat. How have you been, Taryn? If you're on here, have you been doing good? We'll be glad to see you. I just so happen to be on here at this moment. There's my wife right there. I just so happen to be on here at this moment, LOL. It's always good to hear from you, Dylan. This is my wife and my favorite channel, especially when you get fired up on talking about the Lord. Well, praise the Lord for that. It's good to hear that, Chad. It truly is. I want to do my best to be a light, however the Lord wants to use me. I don't want to say things to offend people, though I know I have many times. I know that I have. I've been doing good. Thanks. I hope you all are. Can't wait to see you. And can't wait to see you either, Taryn. It's really good to hear from you. Hopefully we'll get to see you for 4th of July or something like that. I think our Uncle Frank is supposed to be having something. Jasper's here tonight. Jasper's my brother's little boy. He's spending the night with us tonight. But we hope to see you soon, Taryn. I didn't expect you to be on here. It's good to hear from you. Really good to hear all of y'all. Albert, Chad, my wife, Taryn. That's the first time I've even heard from him in a long time, so it's really good to hear from you. About to send you a message from Jasper. He wanted me to tell you hi. I think they're coming out here on the porch, it sounds like. We know that you are now having big rallies in America, and we pray for you Americans that God has come out to meet you and given you a good government. We appreciate that, Albert. I'm a lot happier with our current government now myself. I know that's a sensitive topic for a lot of people. I talk on things like that. I know lots of people don't like it, but me, myself, I'm a lot happier since Trump's got in myself, personally. From inside the house, LOL. 18 people. People pop in and out. It's pretty neat. I mean, I was doing one, like I said earlier, over there, and there was one person, so I just went to chucking wood. I don't do lives often, but I'm getting really good service now. Let me know if y'all don't mind. Is it getting good service? And Taryn, I don't know if you still got my number, but I'd like to hear from you sometime in messages or something, or a call or something sometime. It's really good to hear from you. That's my little brother, Taryn Rogers. It's great, good. I'm glad to hear it's doing good now. It's where I'm on the porch now. Usually when I do them, I sit in my truck, but I pull my truck up close to here, to our home, and I sit in it and do it, and that's why it gets good service. But I wanted to just try it out there in the wood yard just to see if it would work, and sure enough, you seen kind of what it did. And the last time it actually overheated. It's so hot, the phone said your phone is overheating, and it just went off. That was what happened that last time on the last live. Chad Rankin, you always comment encouraging comments. See, I get encouraged by your all's comments a lot too, hearing from you all in the comments and stuff. So that encourages me a lot. There's lots of times I pick up my phone and it brings a smile to my face reading your all's comments. So, and that's what it's all about, is encouraging one another. And part of that is standing on the truth. You know, we need to encourage one another to stand on the truth. I love you, Dylan. I'm happy for you. Tell Jasper and the kids I love them, please. I'll get your number from Mom. I'm going to go get something to eat. Keep up the good work. I love you. Love you too, Terrence. Really good to hear from you. It really is. And I'm very happy to hear from you. I did not expect for you to come on this live, but I didn't even know you subscribed to my channel, so thank God for that, really. It's good to hear from you. I'll be glad to see you again too. Love you, Taryn. And keep up the good work and keep your head up and do good. He's a hard worker, Taryn is. Hi from Sweden. Love to see where you are in your wood yard. It's good to hear from you. I think that's the first time I ever seen your name. Jeanette, maybe? Jeanette? It's good to hear from you from Sweden. Wow. That's neat. I'm making a video today, Lord willing, and I'll show you where I'm at on the wood yard. My wood yard isn't much of a wood yard at all. I call it that, but it doesn't really, it doesn't really, I look at some other guys on YouTube and it's not much of a wood yard compared to theirs. So, because if you watch me, you see that I'm always kind of putting the wood out as I produce it. I produce it and take it on. That's what I do normally. And the reason why is because lots of the time in the summer, I'm doing other things like land. For 5 years, I did landscaping and I did lawn care for 3. And then did trucking just for a short period of time, around 6 months. You have a wonderful family and a very beautiful landscape near your home. Thank you very much, Albert. I appreciate that. Yeah, I love it here in Kentucky, and I'm very blessed with my family, very thankful for them. And now you're getting married, Albert, so that's a blessing. You'll probably have some little children of your own before long, Lord willing. There's nothing like having kids. I'm sure any of y'all that are parents can agree with that. It changes your life in a good way. It sure has mine. Man, it's good to hear from Taryn too. Sweden. All of y'all, it's good to hear from you. I wish I could have showed you the wood yard. I was trying to show it live, you know, and I'll tell you another thing I want to do, and I'm going to have to change back to a different service provider, but I want to do some lives at the stave mill. Because in the evenings, there's not really a lot of people there. Their second shift comes in, and there's not really, I think they quit loading after a certain time in the day. And so in the evenings, you know, it'd be a good time to do some lives there and kind of show you all around the stave mill and stuff. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for that, but I don't mind to take the risk. When I used to truck, I used to go in all the time with a camera right there, and it didn't bother me really. I had some people ask me about it. I had one of the truckers one day, he said, is that a camera? And I said, yeah, and he said, why? And I said, YouTube. So I made around 50 trucking videos. I still get comments from people a lot who are trucking and who are saying they're watching those videos and they're helping them, so I'm glad to hear that. Very glad to hear that. You get anything figured out with what's wrong with that pickup, or still figuring it out? Are you talking about the Chevy, Chad? Are you talking about the Chevy truck? How's it going, Grizzly Ridge Runner? It's good to hear from you again. Hopefully this don't kick out so soon this time. Yes, I don't even have that truck anymore, Chad. I put around $300 into it, and then I ended up selling it because I think it had a bigger problem than we thought. I tried the fuel pump and some other things, and none of that fixed it. What it would do is just die instantly pretty much as soon as you push the gas. I don't know if that was an engine problem or if something else, but I tried all of the obvious things and it didn't fix it. So I didn't want to keep putting money into it. But yeah, it was a nice truck and everything, but I didn't want to keep putting money into it. And what I did too with the money I got from it, that's how I bought those brand new axles for the trailer. That's how I was able to get those, because that trailer needed them. I had a tire pop off. That's a shame. It was a nice truck. Yeah, it was a nice truck. It really was. Very nice. And worth a lot more than that, you know, I'm sure. It's worth a lot more than $2,500. I think I looked them up online and they were going for around $8,000 or something like that, $9,000. But yeah, I don't know what was wrong with it, you know, and I'm usually pretty good at fixing things, but I could not figure it out. Ronald kind of told me what he thought it might have been. He thought maybe it was a throttle body, but it looked like it had a brand new throttle body on it. So I don't think it was that. But yeah, it was a very nice truck, no doubt about it. I also need to buy a tripod for my phone someday so that the phone doesn't fall every time I shoot. Oh yeah, Albert, tripods are, if you're recording video, tripods are the way to go. I used to set my phone up on stuff all the time, and I'd look over after recording for sometimes maybe 10 minutes and it'd be laying on its face. This new stuff is so expensive to fix. It sure is. It's not only is it expensive to fix, it's hard to work on. They make them nowadays vehicles to where you about have to take them to the dealer. Some of them anyways, and some of the things that go wrong with them, you know, you have to take them to the dealer. That's why I like the older ones. I'm able to work on them myself. I usually do all my own mechanical work, and I've saved thousands of dollars doing that, thousands upon thousands. I've done engine swaps, put rear ends in, took transmissions off, changed clutches, brakes, all that stuff. And if I were to take it to a mechanic, for one thing, if you don't have a good dependable mechanic, my mom took her vehicle to one here a while back. She's got a little Dodge Nitro, and the computer was messing up on it. And she took it to a mechanic, and it looked like while it was at the mechanic, somebody tried to break into her door, because on her door it was all scuffed up. And she got it back 2 times from them, and it had the same problem. They said that the wires looked like they was chewed up, and so they spliced those and wrapped them up, but it had the same problem. Her horn would go off and everything, and the wipers would go off, and it was having all kinds of problems. And finally, I told her, I said, Mom, just bring it over here, and I'll try to fix that, because I looked it up. I watched the video, that's all I did, and it showed the computer and how to change it. And sure enough, I bought that computer, made sure I got the right one, changed it for her. It hasn't had a problem since, fixed it. And they had charged her twice and never even fixed the problem that they charged her for. I was thinking of you when I chopped my firewoods with an axe, and I can't understand how you can do it. It's hard work. I bought a electric thing. Don't know what it's called. Splitting wood is hard work. It is. And it's something that your body has to adjust to. It's one of those things that if you're not doing it all the time or in big increments, you know, your body just kind of begins to adjust to doing, you know, less of it. But the more you do of it, your body adjusts to it. Usually it takes me about a month break in. But honestly, this year, like, I've been doing it in the hotter weather. Ronald told me the other day, he said, that'll kill you splitting it in this weather, but I do it in hotter weather as well. But he's right, you got to be careful. Have a heat stroke or something in it out here hand splitting. But I definitely want to pile it up right now and have it ready for the winter. Or better yet, take it off GoPro Max. Yeah, I had a GoPro for a while. I had a GoPro Hero something. It was a really good one. I used it mainly for trucking and not like me on the phone. Yeah, the GoPros are handy, and the tripods are very handy, Albert. Yeah, I hope you're able to get you one of those. You've lost a lot of weight, Dylan. You look good, old buddy, and healthy. Well, thank you very much, Chad. I've lost about 50 pounds. The other day I weighed 234 pounds. 234 pounds, and about 4 months ago I was 282. So almost 50 pounds. Yeah, I feel a lot better, move a lot better. I'll tell you something that gaining weight brought on to me that I never got was acid reflux. Just getting acid reflux really bad. I used to never get that till I gained weight, and now I just recently started taking medicine for it. It's gotten a lot better, but it's torture. I get it every day if I don't take medicine. Hopefully with the weight continuing to come off, it seems like it has gotten better in ways. That's what I got, a GoPro Hero 12 for our channel. And the picture it has is so nice. Do you have a channel, Chad? Do you all have a YouTube channel? I didn't know you. Do you post videos? I didn't know that if you did. Unfortunately, in Ukraine, this camera is quite expensive. Yes. I got one while I was trucking. I think I gave around $400 for mine, but it came with like all the accessories, like the thing that goes on your head and on your chest and all that, all the mounts. It came with all of that. Yes. Oh, so you do. I don't think I knew that. Maybe I have seen your videos, but I don't know. I'll have to check them out now that I do know for sure. I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know that. Would you all be interested, let me know if you would, in the stave mill. It's doing some live videos there, like kind of showing you around the stave mill and even recording the process of me, you know, loading it up and everything. And if you think you'd be interested in that, because I plan on doing some there. I think it'd be pretty neat. And hopefully I'll get better service there. I'll email it to you. Okay, that sounds good, Chad. I appreciate that. It's good to hear from you, Chad. I'm always happy to hear from you. There's certain people, I'm always glad to hear from lots of people, but some of you I talk to more frequent, and some of you I talk to in email. Like me and Albert, we talk in text even sometimes, and some other ones I do as well. And I'm always happy to hear from you all. I consider you all friends, so um, I don't do these lives often. You know, I haven't done a lot of them when I was trucking. I did them more. I did quite a few when I was trucking because it gets lonely when you're out there on the road. And Carter didn't go with me with the first 2 companies. He did with the last one. So the lives were helped me through that period, because that was something I never got over, was going to sleep in a truck, you know, states away from my family, and I knew I never would. But my goal with that was to get my CDL and get enough experience for local. But then the more I learned about local, it just didn't seem like something I'd enjoy a whole lot. It's kind of micromanaged, they call it. But I probably won't stay on here too much longer. I'm going to edit the video that I've been making today. I went out and got those pallets, found a really good place to get pallets. They got enough wood out there. If somebody wanted to make a shed or something, I'm talking a big shed. They got enough wood out there. They've got 4x4s, 3x3s, they called them. They kind of look like 4x4s, 2x4s, and lots of pallets piled, stacks of them for free, as much as you want. And they said Monday through Friday they put that stuff out. It's a factory. They get all kinds of things delivered on these pallets, and they just pump the pallets out, so much so that they've got 2 big, huge dumpsters there that they fill up with those pallets because they can't get rid of them. We have this camera, $720. Oh, wow, $720 is expensive. That's a lot more than my GoPro was. Yeah, mine, I think, was around 400 and something. And I think mine was a GoPro Hero 10 or 11 or 12, something like that. They're really good. It's just a little harder to edit with them because you've got to copy all of the way that I did it anyways, I had to copy all of my footage from them to my phone, and then because I edit all my stuff on my phone. Like, I've got a year subscription with an app on my phone now. I've used numerous ones, but the one I've got now I really like. I think it's called Splice, and that's the one that I use to edit all my videos with. And it makes it pretty simple, but it takes hours to edit the videos. Sometimes I'll have 4 or 5 hours of footage, and I'll try to get that down to like 20, 30 minutes, you know. And so it takes quite a while to edit them. And that's why a lot of times I'll sit up at night and do it. Sometimes I may go in here in a little bit and just relax a little bit and edit a little bit while I'm in there. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking to you all. I enjoy the work that I do. Being self-employed is just something I like. It ain't always easy, you know. It's your responsibility. The maintenance and all that's on you, you know. But it's also, there's a freedom to it, unlike anything else, really. And that's a lot of my family does that. Like my papa, my dad. Well, more so my papa. He was a roofer. My dad was a roofer, but he worked for my papa. And I've got an uncle that's he has a concrete business, and he's been doing that for probably 30 years around it. And so that's what I like to do. I like to work for myself. And firewood, just everything that's happening right now is just, when I look at it and I see the potential, I'm just thinking, man, why would I waste this opportunity? Let's quit wasting time and just start getting to work now, because I've got this land where I can pile the wood up. I've got a 4-wheel drive truck. I've got a 16-foot trailer. I've got the stave mill, so I can get as much wood as I want now. Very good debarked white oak that's already cut. Don't have to worry about cutting it or nothing. Being self-employed is great to be home every night. Yes, it sure is. It's good to be home every night. Yes. Yes, I've never liked being away from my family, which me and my family, we're hardly ever away from one another. When we do stuff, a lot of times we do it together, except for when I'm working, I'll go out and do that. And a lot of times Carter's going with me. You've noticed that. He's been going with me for years. And people love to see that. Lots of people like Carter, and I'm glad to see that. Like customers and stuff like that, they're always happy to see Carter working and his work ethic and everything. And so that's really neat. The other day when we did that one job where I split the cherry for the man, that turned into him buying 2 full cords of wood from me, which for me is $600. And then I split the cherry, which just made 40 on that, which it didn't take that long. But I split around 2 truckloads of wood for him, that cherry. Split around 2 truckloads, but that's how I got that work. And now he's talking about wanting in the future 2 more full cords, because they burn wood quite a bit. His name was Leo. He's retired. But anyways, I was doing junk removal next to him, and I just looked over and seen the wood, and I seen him come outside probably about 30 minutes later, and I walked up and said, "Hey, sir, if you need me to split that wood for you, I can." And he said, "Well, how do you split it?" I said, "I usually split it by hand." And he said, "Well, you look like you're strong enough to do it." He said, "How much will you charge?" And I told him, and he said, "Well, I'll give you more than that." I wanted to get footage of it, but him and his wife talked to me the whole time, so I didn't want to kind of interrupt that. Carter's my buddy. I love him, respectful of a young man he is. He is. He's a good young man. He truly is. Carter's a good little partner. He's good company for me a lot of times. He's entertainment and company. Me and Carter, for years now, we've done some firewood deliveries far away. I've done deliveries before 2 hours away. I went to Louisville, Kentucky, which is 2 hours away. I don't like to do that, but they did pay for gas. I think 50 for gas. But I mean, he's with me all the time, and he loves it too. Though it's not just me. He actually loves the work. Carter does. He gets excited about it. Like a lot of times when we're about to leave, you know, sometimes Chassie will try to make him stay for something, and he'll cry about it because he's got homeschool and stuff too. But a lot of times sometimes he'll do that in the evenings or whatever, you know. He sticks right with you. Yeah, he sure does. He really does. I think that at the moment there is no point in buying this camera. Yeah, the phones work. The phones work just fine, Albert. I still use a phone to this day. That's like what I'm on right now is an iPhone. What is it? A 13 or something? 12 or 13? I'm not sure. Every now and then I'll get a new one. Most of the time when I get a new iPhone, it's because I tore my old one up working. A lot of times I'll tear the speaker up in them or something, get water in it or dirt or something, and it won't sound right. That's a lot of times when I upgrade. I don't usually just upgrade to upgrade because they seem pretty similar, but this one does have a better camera, I think, than the other one, and it has twice the memory of my old one, so I like that a lot. If you're going to record videos, that's something that's very important, is having a lot of memory. So, but I think it records in 4K, if I'm not mistaken. When my channel starts growing, then I think it's worth buying a camera. Yes, very true, Albert, yes. Your channel's grown a lot since I started watching you, Albert. It's grown a lot. I'm glad to see that. I think you're getting close to 2,000 subscribers or something, aren't you now? I was like that with my dad, and I don't think there is too much I don't know how to do now as an adult. See, that's very valuable. See, and I wasn't like that with my dad, actually, but I was with my papa, my dad's dad. Me and my dad was never like that with me, really. But his dad, my papa, was like that with me. He had me out in the yard mowing on a ride mower when I was around 9 years old or so. He would let me, and he would just tell me where to go. He would say, like, do this with his hand, stand out there and watch me the whole time. I was really close to him. He was more like a dad to me than my dad, really. And I'm not saying that in a bad way towards my dad, but I was closer to my grandparents than I was my parents growing up. My parents broke up when I was around 2, I think, around 2 years old. I might record in 4K, but it won't stream that. Yeah, streaming is, I think you've got to have a really good connection streaming for it to pick up. Like now I've got a really good connection because my Wi-Fi works great, but when I go out there and it's just my phone, it doesn't work so good. And I think it's the service provider, which is the T-Mobile or whatever, or Simple Mobile. But yeah, I love having Carter with me. I do, and I love what we do. I don't dread doing firewood. I look forward to it. Now, there's been times I've been tired and think, man, I gotta go back out again today. Like this past winter was a busy one for me. If you watch my channel, there was a lot that I didn't show on the channel. There's lots of deliveries and stuff I do sometimes that I don't record anything, because I'm so busy. But I recorded a lot this winter, and I expect this winter here coming to be even busier. And I'm wanting to do LIHEAP. The LIHEAP program is a program that helps low-income families with heat. So they supply firewood as well, and you can be a vendor for them. So if I sign up to be a vendor, there will be other people that are vendors as well. And what they do is they put you and a bunch of other people on this list, and you put your price for a full cord of wood. They want it to be seasoned wood, and that it has to be delivered and stacked as well. And what they do is, like, I would have people, like there was this old woman, and she would request me every month because she liked the wood and the service and everything. So she would request me, and they'll send you usually 3 people at one time, and they'll send them to email. So I would get an email, and it would have these 3 people. It had their address, their names, and all that stuff. And once they send them to you, they do it November, December, and January and February is what they do it. And once they send them, you only have 48 hours to get the wood to them, though. So, but I mean, say you do all 3 of them in a day, and then that same day they may send you 3 more. And you're talking maybe 300 a load, with them. I was very close to my pop also. Me and my dad weren't growing up. I wish we were, but we weren't. I'm a mama's boy. Now as an adult, me and my mom definitely have a better relationship. Okay, I'm going to bed. Have a nice day. Oh, yeah, it's late where you're at, Albert. Albert, you have a nice one. It's good talking to you. And congratulations on your marriage, too. 28 years old, young man, and he's about to get married. So that's a blessing. Congratulations, Albert. Good night, and it's good talking to you. And keep up the good work. I'm going to nickname you the Firewood Preacher. Yeah. I like to talk about God. I know lots of people don't like to hear about it when it comes to certain things. I know that, but God bless to you. God bless you as well, Albert. God bless you. It's good to hear from you. Congratulations, Albert. Yeah, that's very kind of you, Chad. Yeah, that's a big moment getting married. It really is. Me and him have been talking since I started out. We're going on 3 years now on YouTube. We're not there yet, but we're getting close to 3 years. And you know, when I first started YouTube, I remember when I first started and I was doing firewood. Um, I think my first video was a bushcraft video, and I like bushcraft, just like going out and making little bushcraft things. Me and Carter, see, we've got a little chicken coop cabin back there, and me and Carter was talking about that earlier. Some of that lumber that we seen at this place I went to today, that'll be in my next video, Lord willing. We were talking about getting some of that lumber and using it to finish that chicken coop cabin and start doing some camping videos and that, because we enjoy doing that kind of stuff. But I remember when I first started, and I got to around 700 subscribers, and that took around 3 months or so. I got to 700 subscribers, took around 3 months, and I did a short one night. It was a short, and it was just splitting a piece of wood down the middle, and it wasn't even a big piece. And I posted these 3 shorts that night in there sitting on the love seat, and the last one I posted, you've got YouTube Studio too if you're a creator, and the Studio shows you like statistics that a lot of people don't see. It shows you like how many, most of my videos are watched by men. It's hardly any women that watch them, according to the statistics. And I think most of them are in the United States. It tells you that. And it even shows you the age groups. And most of my watchers are in the older age groups, actually. And I think 50 years old and up, if I'm not mistaken. But the second biggest age group that watched me was like 30 to 40 or something like that. So mainly 30 and up, the age group that watched me. But that night, I remember I refreshed it as soon as I posted that short, and it went from, 0 views, I think, to 10,000. And I thought, what in the world? That's never happened. I refreshed it again, and it went from that to like 50,000. And within 30 minutes, it went to over 1 million views. That's the first time I ever had anything like that happen. And that night, I went from 700 subscribers to 1,700 subscribers that night. And that's kind of what made my channel take off with shorts. My channel was building slowly before that. But the shorts of me just splitting wood down the middle is what really made the subscribers grow. And I went to right around 100,000 in right around a year. And then I got a couple strikes from YouTube. And then after that, it seemed like my channel slowed down a little bit. So, you ever use CapCut? I didn't hear what you said. CapCut. Is that an app to edit videos? I've used one called KindMaster or something like that. KindMaster. I used to use that one. That was the one I liked. And then they ended up changing it and charging more for it or something. Because I actually pay for the one I'm using now, Splice. But I've got a year subscription with it right now because I use it so often. So I went ahead and paid for a year. Oh, you talking about CapCut? I think I've heard of CapCut. Yeah, I think I have used that one. I think I have. It takes a while to get used to using them. I came from watching your rail videos, went to orientation with CDL, but went to a different company, started a little after you. Oh, well, that's awesome. What company did you go with, Tristan? Rail is good in ways, just to me, their pay wasn't the greatest, honestly, for being an over-the-road trucker. It wasn't the greatest, Rails. But I can't say as much bad about them, honestly. CapCut is $10 a month. $10 a month. Okay. Yeah, no, I've never used CapCut. I've used CapCut, I think, like with the PCUT. I think I've used that, if I'm not mistaken. But the one I'm using now, Splices, I really like it. I know how to use it and everything. It's very easy to add music and text and to cut stuff out and everything. I was sitting there in the recliner a lot of times drinking coffee, editing video. So, and I remember when I used to do it when I was a truck driver. I would lay back there on my bed and edit them. It takes a long time editing videos, it does, but through the videos, the work that I'm putting into YouTube isn't for money, really. And now at the beginning, I admit that I was trying to do it for that, to get extra income, but I still get people reaching out a lot, actually, who want me to try their products and stuff like that. Affiliation links, and to use affiliation links, and I get so much of the sale, if it sells and stuff, like that little log splitter I used here a while back. I've still got a bumper I need to put on my truck that they sent me. I've got a metal detector that they sent me I need to do a video on. some air pump stuff like that. They've sent me a lot of stuff because usually every week I'll get messages. And if it's something I think I can use, then I'll say, yeah, I got a headlamp, one of those lights that go on your head. And so I like that. And I used to make money from being monetized, but I made more from the shorts. But you got to get a lot of views, long format, to really make money with YouTube. I remember I got a shorts bonus or something like that, and I made around 500 that month from the just the shorts, I think, or the shorts bonus, because my shorts did so good. I think that month I had that one that got 36 million views. That's the most I've got, and I got a shorts bonus for that. But as far as the long format videos, you've got to get a lot of views in order to really make money with that. My wife does them all. She's really good at doing them. I want to learn how to do all of it, but I'm impatient. Yeah, it does take patience. Yeah, definitely does. Have a good day. Time to go to bed. You take care, Jeanette, and it's good hearing from you. From Sweden, that's awesome. Very good to hear from you. You take care. God bless you. And I appreciate your kind words as well. I probably won't stay on here too much longer. Time flies when you're doing these. I can talk and talk and talk. I could do a live all day, just like in the video sometimes. Sometimes I'll do videos and delete them. I'll delete them because I talk so much. I won't even put them on there. Or I'll make a 30-minute video talking and I'll just delete it. Won't even upload it. Why does people say shorts hurt your channel? Huh. I've never heard that, actually. I actually disagree with that. I don't think shorts hurt your channel. I think they actually help it a lot. Shorts bring in, for whatever reason, you know, the time that we're living in now, people want to see something quick and they want to be entertained. They want to be entertained. So, as far as getting views and stuff like that, I mean, I think shorts help you. And getting subscribers, I definitely think they help you. Like if I was right now still making an effort and adding videos of shorts, I would be getting more subscribers coming in on the regular. But I'm probably not even going to do any more down the middle shorts, honestly. I'm just not interested. I'm more interested in speaking on the Word of God and stuff like that now. I'm not so much worried about shorts anymore, or none, which I'm going to do shorts, but more speaking on the Bible and stuff like that. I just want to use my time wisely and feel like I'm doing things that would edify, you know, help people. But firewood is something I do for a living, so I'm going to show that as well, and I really enjoy it. And I think it is a good, honest labor, and lots of people enjoy it. And if it brings happiness to people and stuff like that, and especially the scriptures and stuff like that, you know, that's why I'm adding scriptures a lot of times. The Word of God's the main thing in the end. It's more important than anything else, you know. What does a man profit if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what would a man give in exchange for his soul? You know, what would you trade for your soul? Your soul is eternal. My papa used to say that sometimes. He said, you know, 1,000 years from now, we're going to be somewhere. You add another 1,000 years of that, we're still going to be there. You add another 1,000, we're still going to be there. This life is a vapor. The Bible says man's days are short and full of trouble, actually. Have you found that to be true? I have. Now, there's lots of good things in life, too. I'm not saying that, but there's lots of trouble. The good thing is, though, if we serve the Lord, we've got somebody that will deliver us out of all of our troubles. We heard people telling us to watch the shorts because they hurt your channel, but never said why. But I agree with you on making your channel grow, people seeing your shorts. Oh, no doubt, yeah. Yeah, if I would have never done the shorts, I'd probably be at maybe 2,000 subscribers, 3,000, maybe more than that. But the rate I was going, maybe at 5,000 even. But I wouldn't be where I'm at right now with it. But and it ain't about that to me necessarily, you know. It's like I didn't expect the shorts to do as good as they did. But I did use them to try to grow after that when I seen how good they did. Because back then I definitely was trying to use it as a source of income as well. And I even said that. Now, not so much, you know, like I'm not monetized at all. I could be monetized right now if I wanted to. I could go and be monetized right now. But I don't like the ads that they have on my videos. I'm very particular about what I watch and about what I want to be seen through my videos. I don't want things that I know are wrong being promoted on my videos, and me knowingly letting that happen, you know. So now, as far as I know, I don't have any ads anymore. That's how it should be anyways. It's been like that for a long time because I signed myself out of the program, you know, the YouTube, I can't remember what you call it, monetization program or whatever. But it's not worth it to me. Like my cousin and them, they knew why that I did that. They knew that I did it because of that. They knew that I, you know, as far as I know they do, because my cousin's wife has a channel, and she knew why I quit, why I left and everything. But then they're trying to get monetized, you know, and they go to church and claim to be Christian and stuff. But I don't know how you could call yourself that and be okay with spreading sin on your videos. Like men dressed up like women and stuff like that on your video. I can't do that stuff and be okay with it. I'm not okay with spreading that at all. So And even what I watch. Like somebody was asking me about what kind of channels I watched and stuff like that. I'm very particular about that. I don't watch a lot of firewood channels, honestly, because and I'm not trying to be offensive, but you've got there is a standard you've got to keep if you're going to serve God. There is. And it's going to be few, and you'll have lots of people that don't like it. But if you want to please God in the end, that's what you got to do. You've got to do something that lots of people don't like. And so when channels are, spreading things that I don't agree with, or that the Word of God doesn't agree with, I don't want to watch those channels myself. It'd be wrong of me to do that, actually. You can do that all you want, but you're not going to please God doing that when you know you're watching something you shouldn't be watching. So, but I probably won't stay on here much longer. I've been on here 40 minutes already. And I do like to talk about the Word of God. I enjoy talking about that more than anything, but there's not a lot of other people that like to. Love you, cuz Jordan. There's Jordan, my cousin Dreammaker. That's the first time I heard from you too, Jordan. Jordan, Taryn was on here earlier. Taryn commented on this. I did not expect to hear from. Didn't expect to hear from you either. It's good to hear from both of you. Taryn was on here earlier. I hadn't heard from him in a long time. Jordan and Taryn are good friends. He's my little cousin, Jordan. Maybe one day he'll be doing some firewood videos with me. Are you still trucking, Jordan? You was trucking with, was it Western Express? Last I heard. I drove past there delivering a load of wood. I actually drove past your all's place and looked over and seen your truck sitting there. Western Express, it looked like it said. I drove for U.S. Express for a while. And then Rail. I also drove for Snyder, but I never shared any footage of that. So I think that's all the companies I drove for, if I'm not mistaken. U.S. Express, Rail, and Snyder. I drove for all of those. Tell your mom and everyone I said hi, and Ricky, Jordan, if you're still on here. Good to hear from you. But yeah, that's why I left that program, though, the YouTube program. I didn't feel right doing that, You've got to live up to God's standard if you want to please Him. If you talk to Taryn via text message, give him my phone number if you wouldn't mind. I got the same number I used to. I was out of minutes there for a while. I started at Waste Management. Been here a couple weeks now in Florida for training. Really amazing job. Oh, really? I didn't know you did that. You talking about like something like Rumpke or something? So we have one of the Rumpke truck driver. I went to take the trash here at the end of the driveway one morning, real early in the morning, probably around 5 or 6. And I ran into the truck driver, and he said he was making, I think, $28 an hour or something driving for Rumpke, which is pretty good money. Couple weeks now in Florida for training. Really amazing. Well, that's awesome. That's somewhere I want to see is Florida. I've never seen Florida. I really want to see it. I've been to Georgia while I was truck driving. I'd hardly been out of Kentucky before I started driving a truck, but that's somewhere I want to see is Florida. Well, I'm glad that's working out good for you, Jordan. I really am. I love you, and it's good hearing from you. And stop by sometime if you're down this way. Or up this way. If you're in Florida, it'd be up this way. But if you're up this way, stop by sometime and see us. I'm coming down past your area Friday to go pick up my semi up in Texas. My motor will be done, being rebuilt Wednesday. It blew up Thursday on us in Weatherford. Oh, wow. So I bet you'll be glad to get that back then, Chad. Peterbilt too. Those are nice ones. I never drove a Peterbilt. I drove a Freightliner, and what is that other one called? Rail just had a Freightliner. I can't remember what the other one was that they had. They had a Cummins engine in them. International. I drove I did that for a test one time. But they always put me in Freightliners, which they asked me if I wanted a Freightliner or International. I told them a Freightliner. Yeah, LOL. Rumpke wouldn't hire me. Frankie tried to get me on. Waste Management hired me, $20.50 an hour. They treat me real good. Job treat me like this. They bought me clothes. Oh, well, if they take care of you, that means a lot, Jordan. If they're really taking care of you that good, that means a whole lot. Yeah, that's why I always had trouble working for someone. I'm not a good employee. I'm not a good employee. Not because I can't work good, but because I don't plan to stay with the place very long. I just don't in my own mind. So I'm not a very good employee. It's a beautiful truck. It's a 2001 379 in mint condition. Wow, that's awesome, Chad. Is that on your channel as well? Is your truck on your channel at all? If it is, I'll plan to check it out. I'll plan to check out your channel. Email it to me if you don't mind, and I'll plan to check it out. I'll probably get off here soon, and I'll probably go in. My little nephew spending the night. My little brother's little boy, Jasper. And we'll probably let them come back out here a little bit. It's been hot today, and they were swimming earlier. I went and got those pallets. Was organizing that wood yard a little bit. I'm trying to pile it up like I said, I'd like to make 30, 50,000 a year selling firewood. That's my goal. And I believe with that stave mill I can. The next thing I'm wanting to get is a dump truck, a 1-ton, so I can get in and out easy and deliver easy, you know, get it done quick. And not only that, I can take that and the trailer to the stave mill and get even more wood at one time. So, but yeah, it's good to hear from each and every one of y'all. I think I'm going to get off here and maybe go get me something to eat and drink, though. It's good to hear from you, Chad. Good to hear from you, Jordan. If I can, if I get a hold of Taryn, he messaged me on here, so I don't really know how to get a hold of him. Maybe Mom does. But I'll try to get your number to him if I can. But I wish the best for you, Jordan, with that job. Chad, I wish the best for you with your truck. Everybody else that was on here, it's good hearing from all of y'all. But I'm going to go ahead and get off here, get something to eat and drink. You all be safe out there, and God bless.